And our update on breaking news we've been following for the last several hours. One person dead following a fatal shooting in the heart of downtown Portland. That suspect is now in custody. It is 6 o'clock. I'm Jeff Gianola.
I'm Elizabeth Din. Police tell us the shooting happened about 2.5 hours ago at 3:30 near Southwest 10th and Yamhill. It's a popular area. There is a lot of foot traffic in that zone. Let's bring in Ariel Yakabazi, close to that area. You've been there for hours. Get us up to speed.
Jeff, Liz, we're here at 10th and Taylor. We're just a block or two where all the activity is happening. I do want to note that this shooting has turned out to be fatal. The victims succumbing to their injuries once they got to an area hospital just after they were taken there. But a suspect is now in custody. I'm going to step off camera here. As you can see, several police vehicles here on scene. They've had the area blocked off for hours. We're out front of the Central Library here. Most people have left the area. The library appears to be closed now, but all the activity is down in front of that Goodwill store, as you can see. You might actually blocked by a utility vehicle right now, but there are several officers still gathering evidence. I can see an officer taking photos of the area where that suspect may have been or where the victim may have been. There's also some type of mobile command center in the middle of the street right now. That's 10th Street. So when we got here, several vehicles were on scene. It still looks the same, but we were told that a suspect fled the scene around 3:30, and officers were able to get him within 10 minutes of when the shooting took place over at 4th and Alder. We were there at 4 o'clock. A much smaller presence over there, but a lot of the activity is here at Yamhill and 10th Street. Now, we did actually hear from Police Chief Bob Day just about an hour ago, and he has some things to say about his group's response time. Let's take a listen.
I love this city, and I love being able to go through the park. I love to be with the community. I love to see the city and the vibrancy of it. But I'm saddened and angry at once again a conversation about the loss of life. We talk about the sanctity of life and the significance of it. And the Police Bureau once again demonstrated great response and great bravery today, as Mike already mentioned. You know, locating the suspect, managing the crime scene, administering aid to the victim, while also making sure that we make an arrest in this case. And I couldn't be more proud of the Portland police officers. And we have spent a tremendous amount of time and energy downtown improving and working with our community partners, working with the county on this block in particular. The mayor and I have spoken today. He's aware of this. We're committed to reclaiming our public spaces. It is essential. We have to do better, and we will.
Now, we also spoke to several witnesses on scene here this afternoon, and while a lot of them say they're glad a suspect is in custody, they are saddened to hear that the victim ultimately succumbed to their injuries at that area hospital. They also say, in their minds, police could have done better.
And people came up to help him. He was fighting people off of him. He was still talking and moving around. So it's now heartbreaking to find out that he died. There should have been the police getting here fast enough and being here to help him, and we shouldn't have all been yelling and saying, why is no one here yet? Why is nobody here yet? We shouldn't have been having to chase the cops down. We literally were chasing them down the street to come and help, and they weren't here. So I just don't think that this needed to happen, and I think that I'm not a doctor, but I do believe that this gentleman could still be alive right now if they had got here fast enough.
So that woman you just heard from, she says that there appears to be some sort of makeshift tourniquet on that man who ultimately died as people tried to help him before law enforcement were able to arrive on scene. Now, again, the key details here, a suspect is now in custody after a shooting here in the heart of downtown Portland. Again, we're close to the Multnomah Central Library here, which appears to be closed at the time. Things have quieted down a little bit as investigators do the work to gather that evidence. And something I want to note, Jeff and Liz, we've covered several gun violence related stories in our time here, and especially over this last weekend with several shootings. None of those fatal. This is one of the first fatal shootings this week, at least. I did ask Chief Day how many shootings we've seen so far this year. At this point, we've had 18 homicides. this point last year, there were about 34, and Chief Day says that he credits the hard work of the Portland Police Bureau to decrease that number. Back to you.